long time. Good evening and welcome to the City of Elyria Community Development Committee meeting for Monday, September 8th, 2025. We have 7 items on this evening's agenda, with the first being the matter of approval of the minutes from the Community Development Committee meeting as circulated from July 14th, 2025. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Mitchell and seconded by Mr. Oswald.
Question.
Question's been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on. Agenda item number 2, the matter of a rezoning request for 525 Mussey Avenue from heavy industrial to special industrial. This was referred by A. Niter Architecture, LLC, and the matter was passed by Planning Commission on 8/12/2025. We do have a proponent in the audience for the project. Welcome. Would you like to come up and speak?
Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Anissa Nieder, for those that don't know me. I am here on behalf of the owner of 525 Mussey Avenue. I'm the architect representing.
Quick, can you just please state your name and address for
Oh, I'm
your
sorry.
address for the record? You already stated
Sorry.
your name.
Anissa Nieder. Do you want my business address?
Sure.
7178 West Boulevard, Suite D, Boardman, Ohio, 44512.
Thank you, Ms. Nieder. Go ahead.
So I'm the architect representing the owner of 525 Mussey Avenue LLC for the conversion to special industrial for the use of construction, recycling, and the like, which is laid out, I believe, on the application. This was passed by both planning and zoning.
Yeah, Planning Commission, yes. All right, I will open it up to the floor. Mr. Oswald, then Mrs. Mitchell.
Through you, Mr. Chair. So I was at the Planning Commission's meetings, and a few of my concerns, you answered them. I like how you're handling everything. I think, like we were talking, the biggest thing is the EPA thing and water, or the different things getting in the river and stuff, and I think you're going to maintain that, and everybody was on board, so I like to see what's going on over there. I think that'll really help the area. Thank you.
Mrs. Mitchell?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, through you. I guess my concern with this project is the junkyard. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it's just based on the definition, and I've worked with the zoning office here as well. It's not necessarily a junkyard per se, like what you're imagining a junkyard. It's really just the storage of possible materials outside, which in this fact, chances are will be very slim to none. It's really going to be the transportation of materials from one building, getting loaded onto a truck, and then exported off the site. So there is a chance that, yes, there may be some materials there, but it would probably be just a day. Like, it wouldn't be like stacks of trash or junk.
Thank you. Mrs. Mitchell?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, through you. So if it is there for a day, will you have a fenced-in area that is fenced in but not viewable from the street so that the residents don't have to look at that?
That's correct. So if you're familiar with the site, which I'm sure you are, there's the 2 buildings that are in the right-of-way that really buffer the majority of the site. And then it's fenced, it's currently fenced with a lot of heavy landscaping on the roadside. So what we want
Landscaping, that's debatable.
Well, yes, I agree. So what we're going to do is make it presentable. We could even do some privacy slats in that fencing so that it would be buffered. But most of that, any of that holding material would be behind those buildings. So you really wouldn't see it from this, unless you're really kind of looking for it, I guess you can say.
Mrs. Mitchell?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, through you. This is my last question.
Sure.
So I guess my other concern is that you will be shipping hazardous waste?
No, so it won't be hazardous. So the only thing hazardous per the building code is the sawdust, as defined in the building code as hazardous, and then there will be tires as well. So nothing is going to be like toxic chemicals. There's no asbestos. There's none of nothing hazardous in terms of that we think hazardous. It's actually just by code, by building code hazardous being sawdust and tire storage.
Okay, thank you.
Mrs. Sawerka?
Thank you. I'm not on this committee, but through the chair, it's nice to see you.
Too.
Noise? What about noise?
So it is an industrial property, but it will only happen, that site will only really be occupied during business hours, so it's not like you're going to get that noise hindrance, after hours or evening times. It's also pretty well buffered by the river and the railroad track, so there's really no properties that are immediately adjacent. So I think any noise that happens on the site is truly going to be pretty well buffered and maintained on site, because they're really going to be working within the buildings and not necessarily on the site per se.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mrs. Mitchell and then Mrs. Davis.
Thank you, Chair, through you. So when you talked about that you all would make the building look presentable,
Yes.
it does not look like that at this time.
Correct.
So even across the street from where you're talking, can you clean up that area as well? Or because that's not your property, you don't want to touch that?
If it's not our property, technically, we're not permitted to clean that up, but I think I can talk to the ownership to see if we could, get,
Because it really does look bad.
yes.
And it has for quite some time, and it makes the neighborhood look bad. So I would encourage you, anything that you all can do to make the property at least look presentable
Yes.
would be greatly appreciated.
And actually, the owner of the properties actually discussed cleaning up the surrounding area just to be a good steward and a good neighbor. He's obviously very committed. This isn't his first property. He's doing this all over the state of Ohio. So it's really going to bring a nice economic development chunk into this neighborhood, but it's a really nice piece of property to do such because it is so well buffered around the surrounding area, but also it's pretty well set up to do what he needs to do. So this isn't his first rodeo. He's very familiar with this process, and I could see him being a very good steward to the city of Elyria for this.
Thank you, Ms. Davis, and then Mrs. Sawerka.
Through you, Chair, that property's been empty for a while, and the condition, so you're committed to bringing it up to code because it has been sitting such a long time. And so when we talk about buffering, truly, I hope you do buffer the side of West River that leads into Muncie Avenue that will be blocked off from the view, even though it has a lot of trees and so forth on it. And, but kids often find their way over the fence. So hopefully we can appreciate you coming and welcome, because that has been empty a long time.
Yes,
And thank
so, yes, thank you, Mrs. Davis. So if you're familiar, and we've turned in some of the site plans, but we're going to be demolishing some of the really dilapidated structures on the property, and then also refreshing a lot of the pavement so that obviously it becomes a very workable site, because we do have truck traffic coming in and out. So it has to be really up to par to receive that kind of traffic in and out. But also, yes, we are going to be clearing and grubbing the landscaping, as I used the term loosely earlier. But it has to still be a very functional and operational property. So security is of essence there as well. So we can't have, line of sight issues, as we call them, in terms of security and sort of blind spots. But at the same time, yes, we are very committed to buffering neighborhood and noise and again, just being a good neighbor.
Thank you, Mrs. Sawerka.
Thank you, through you. How many employees will it have?
So I've asked him this question. It's probably going to be right off the bat, I would say 10 to 15 employees, and probably grow to 20 to 25 employees. So, it's not going to be a heavy populated site. It's more of a industrial property, but it will bring definitely employees to the area.
And one additional question.
Yes.
Where's the closest other site that this owner has?
So he has one in, I would think maybe Youngstown would probably be the closest, and then his next one would probably be Columbus, so I'm not sure which one would be closer. But for this specific use, there's only about 12 in the state of Ohio that are EPA certified for this type of construction recycling. So if I could elaborate a little bit more on that, just to kind of bring everybody up to par of what this site is going to do, just because I wanted to know for my own personal use. They bring in liquids that from different sites, so non-hazardous liquids. So imagine going and pumping out, floor drains and things. Well, you can't just take that liquid and put it down a drain or, flush it down a toilet or something. So those pumper trucks have to take that somewhere. So they go to these processing centers, and that liquid gets mixed with either sawdust or some type of, to make it a solid. So that it's called the solidification process, so on all the site plans. So then at that point, once it's a solid, it can actually be disposed of. So that's what this site is doing. It's turning that liquid waste into a solid so that it can be disposed. So I thought it was interesting. I thought I'd share it with everybody. But again, there's only 12 of these sites in Ohio. With trucking being so expensive now, these sites are starting to become more prevalent because of the lack of labor and movement of vehicles. So,
Thank you. Mr. Sarah, did you have something?
No, I thought Mr. Armstrong.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. Mitchell and then Mr. Armstrong.
Thank you, Chair, through you. You said that it gets solidified and then it gets disposed of. Where will that disposal, do you take it off-site to be disposed of?
yes, so it will be taken off-site to yet another location, not on this site, or probably even locally.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Armstrong.
Through you, Chair, I'm not on this committee, but I have a question about this process. You're bringing non-hazardous liquid material in and making it into bulk solids.
Correct.
So will you happen to have hazmat team on there just in case there is some type of issues, like the liquid being some type of flammable or a little bit of, anything of that nature?
So when this liquid comes in, it has what's called a chain of custody letter with it. So it has to be tested before leaving whatever site it's leaving from. So that chain of custody then comes to this site, it's then certified when it's turned into a solid, and then it follows that process out. So all of this is all EPA regulated. All the people working at the site are licensed and certified to handle this type of material. So whatever's coming to the site is certified non-hazardous.
Thank you. I do have one talking point. When I was at the Planning Commission meeting, we did have employees from wastewater there. And I don't know if the mayor or the safety service director want to comment. I wasn't 100% sure on the process. Do they have to do like a yearly or a bi-yearly site check on that? I don't know if either of you would like to speak on that.
Thank you, through you. Yes, our wastewater pollution control employees will have inspections of the site. However, regularly is required. They're involved with the EPA and oversight of a facility like this in our area. So they'll be involved. They're familiar with it. They've been in conversations. They've been part of the conversation. So
Thank you, Director. And Mr. Stewart?
Yes, thank you. I'm not on this committee as well. What is the traffic pattern into the facility? Is everything going to be on West River Road coming in and going out? Is it going to be crossing over into 16th, which actually turns into West Avenue? Is that strictly West River traffic only, in and out?
I believe it's just all going to be accessed on Mussey, in and out.
But all these vehicles coming into Mussey Avenue, are they coming strictly off of West River Road? Or are they going to be coming in off of West Avenue into the site?
I can't confirm that because I don't know what that traffic pattern would look like.
Okay, thank you.
Through you, I do agree with the point. I think the best route would be to commute through West River and not into the more heavily residential areas when they're coming in. If you could pass that along, I think that
Absolutely.
might be a good option. Any other comments from members of the committee or council? All right, we'll read the committee report. We've considered the matter of a request for rezoning of 525 Mussey Avenue from Heavy Industrial District H1 to Special Industrial District SI, or an ordinance authorizing the said rezoning request. This matter was approved by Planning Commission on August 12th, 2025, with no conditions. I'll entertain a motion from Community Development.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Oswald, seconded by Mrs. Mitchell.
Question.
Question's been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you for the dialogue, everyone. The next two items are regarding the same property and the same proponent. So I don't know if you want to say, just in case there's any further questions, does anyone have any further questions for the proponent? Since we have two different conditional use permits. Okay, all right. Moving on to agenda item number 3, which is the matter of a request for a conditional use permit for hazardous materials and hazardous storage at 525 Mussey Avenue. This was referred by A. Nider Architecture, LLC. The matter was passed by Planning Commission on 8/12/2025. Anything further you'd like to speak of
No,
on the,
unless
any other
there's
further comments from council members or committee members? All right, I'll read the committee report. We've considered the matter of a conditional use permit requested by A. Nider Architecture, LLC for a conditional use permit for hazardous materials and hazardous storage at 525 Mussey Avenue. Legislation be drawn authorizing an ordinance approving the said conditional use permit request. Note, this request was approved by Planning Commission on August 12th, 2025, with no conditions as found in section 1168.02N and defined in section 112.5 or 1125.59. I'll entertain a motion from Community Development.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Mitchell, second by Mr. Oswald.
Question.
Question's been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to agenda item number 4, the matter of a request for a conditional use permit for use of a junkyard at 525 Mussey Avenue, also referred by A. Nider Architecture, LLC. This matter was passed by Planning Commission on 8/12/2025. Any further comments from the proponent or members of council? I'll read the committee report. We have considered the matter of a conditional use permit requested by A. Nider Architecture, LLC for a conditional use permit for a junkyard located at 525 Mussey Avenue, and legislation be drawn authorizing an ordinance approving said conditional use permit request. Note, this request was approved by Planning Commission on August 12th, 2025, with no conditions, and is found in section 1168.020 and defined in section 1125.45. I'll entertain a motion from Community Development.
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Mitchell. Discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to make a comment.
Sorry, through your point of order, we need a second to get it on the floor,
Second?
and
Do
then
we
you
have a
can have
second?
discussion.
I'll make a second.
Okay.
Okay.
And then ask your question.
Okay, I'm sorry. Mr. Chair, thank you. I just wanted to mention that I appreciate what you guys are doing because you know, with EPA being approval and all that, that was a big thing. And I want to thank you so much. And hopefully everything goes like we all hope for. So I just want to thank again.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. Any further discussion?
We have a second point of order.
Oh, I called the second.
You call the second?
I called the second, yes.
Okay. Call for the question.
Question's been called. All in favor?
Hi.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, moving on to agenda item number 5, the matter of a request for a final plat for Harvest Meadows Phase 4. This is referred by K. Hovnanian Homes. The matter was passed by Planning Commission on 8/12/2025. Do we have anyone here on behalf of K. Hovnanian? Welcome. Please come up and state your name and address for the record.
My name is Ismail Jalik. My address is 2556 East Broad Street, Bexley, Ohio, 43209.
Welcome. Go ahead and just describe the matter before us.
So we're requesting approval for the final plat for Harvest Meadows Phase 4. It's 44 single-family home lots, continuation of the Harvest Meadows subdivision. The first two phases are complete and selling homes. The third phase, we're working on the homes, building the homes through there. So just continuation of the existing project.
Thank you. Is this the final phase for that?
Final phase.
Thank you. Any questions from council members or the committee? I do see, Mrs. Sawerka?
you're on the committee.
Okay.
You want, go ahead.
I do see that this was approved with condition for an easement being extended for the proponent to extend and indicate that on the plans. Has that been in the works with engineering or?
Yeah, we are going to extend that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Mrs. Sawerka?
Thank you, through the chair. Could you just give us a little orientation of this Cedarwood Trail Street goes to, that's a continuation, or it looks like on the subdivision we have here, it looks like it stops. Is that the end of that street, or is it continuing?
Mrs. Sawerka, that's agenda item number 6. You're ahead. We're on number 5 for the final plat.
Do we have a
She's,
file?
They're the
well,
same.
she's
We
talking
can
about
talk about it,
Cedarwood
but-
Trail. It's the street right here, right? The street that ends?
Yeah, I just wondered, is that street, does it go all the way through, or it's,
It stops at our property line. So it's there as a stub for the, if future development occurs on the adjacent property, whether that developer, however they decide to proceed, that stub's there for them to access. But for our project, it'll end there, if I understand your question correctly.
and the other, through the chair, the other street that's going, I can't read the names on these.
Pheasant Run, is it?
Oh, okay, is that what it is?
I think so.
Does that go all the way through then,
That connects to a previous phase of our subdivision.
phase 3?
Phase 3 is, so phase 4 is here, phase 3 is here, phase 1 is here, phase 2 is here. So it connects to phase 2.
I guess I'm just a little disoriented in how is this against the far west property line of the Polish Club?
Can I walk over?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you can come up.
I'm just trying to get oriented, that's all.
Okay, hold on.
Mr. Schneider? Him?
Yeah.
The proponent? Or
I'm sorry, point of order, we really need to have this all on the record. If you could come up to the podium. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Engineer Schneider, are you able to come up and just speak on behalf of the condition that was made on, at the Planning Commission meeting?
Mr. Chair, if I may just interject, maybe going forward, it would be helpful for everyone here and in the audience if we could have this type of information on the screen.
Thank you, Mrs. Mitchell. All right, Engineer Schneider?
The previous plat showed the easement stopping short of the property line with the United Polish Club. So that we just requested that it continue all the way through so that in the future, if the Polish Club property is developed, there's easements, there's total continuity between the two projects. That's all we were looking for.
Thank you. Law Director Deary?
Thank you. Through you, Mr. Chair. Has the engineering department, has that been done? Have the plans been submitted to the engineering department's satisfaction?
I have not seen the final version of it.
Okay.
It was submitted to Planning Commission with the recommendation too, and that's what Planning Commission approved, but I do not have the final one.
Okay.
I will make sure that before we sign it, they would have
Okay.
that taken care of.
All right, so through you, Mr. Chair, it would be my recommendation that should the committee move forward on this, that the legislation would be held pending the verification by engineering that these plans have been updated based upon the conditions set forth by Planning Commission. So if that's done before our next meeting, great. If not, then legislation would be presented at the following meeting or thereof. Okay.
Thank you. Any other discussion from committee or council members? All right, I'll read the committee report. We have considered the matter of accepting the final plat for Harvest Meadows subdivision Phase 4. Legislation be drawn authorizing the approval of said final plat. The plat was approved by Planning Commission on August 12th, 2025, with condition that the easement is extended and will be indicated on the plans. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Mitchell,
Second.
seconded by Mr. Oswald.
Call for the question.
Question's been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to agenda item number 6 is the matter of a request for easements of 652 Cedarwood Trail, Harvest Meadows, referred by K. Hovnanian Homes. This was also passed by Planning Commission on 8/12 of 2025. Anything further from K. Hovnanian?
No, this is just an easement for the extension of a sanitary sewer. So
Okay, thank you. Any other comments from council members or committee members? I'll read the committee report. We've considered the matter of a sanitary easement for Harvest Meadows subdivision, legislation being drawn authorizing the approval of said sanitary easement. This was approved by Planning Commission on August 12th, 2025, without any conditions. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Oswald and seconded by Mrs. Mitchell.
Question.
Question's been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
thank you.
Moving on to agenda item number 7, the matter of approving the annexation of 9.70 acres of property on Chestnut Ridge Road and originally located in Carlisle Township and Eaton Township, and this was referred by the Law Director's Office. Law Director Deary? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, let me just get this one done. Okay.
Hello. Oh, we'll go to the, please stand at the mic and state your name and address for the record.
Say what I want, I can say what I want to say then?
Is he good to say what he?
My name's J.R. Renfro. I'm here about 214 Cornell. I have pictures. That sidewalk was dug up a year and a half ago. No, I take that back, 14 months ago.
Point of order,
Thank you.
sir, one moment. If you'd like to sign up to speak at a council meeting, you can do that, but right now, we're here for a committee meeting. Are you here to speak about something that's on the agenda this evening?
Oh, I thought you could come and talk. I thought it started at 7 o'clock. I was
That would
That's
be
a-
a full council meeting. The next one is a week from tonight, Monday, September 15th, if
Can I
you'd like
come
to
back
do
in a
that.
week?
Yeah, yes. If you want to speak publicly, you can come back in a week at council at 7 o'clock, or the safety service director, the mayor.
My
or-
bad, Dan, because I thought it was today that you
It's
could
okay.
come.
Or
I
you
apologize for
can
that.
contact your council member or council at large or the mayor, obviously. Thank you, Mayor. All right. Sorry about that. Moving on, we are on agenda item number 7, which I'll repeat, was the matter of approval of annexation of 9.7 acres of property at Chestnut Ridge Road and originally located in Carlisle Township and Eaton Township, and this was referred by the Law Director's Office. Law Director Deary.
Thank you. I will in a moment defer to Attorney John Clark, who is here on behalf of the developer, and please correct me if I'm wrong about that. The way this state law works is that after an annexation of this type has been okayed by the county commissioners, there's essentially a 60-day period of time in which the city can't act. So basically, that 60 days time will be up shortly, upon which then the city can deliberate and decide to accept the annexation, which would be the final step. That is why this matter is before committee tonight. This would be, again, just as a way of reminder, approximately 9.7093 acres of property on Chestnut Ridge, originally located in both Carlisle Township, a piece of it, and also the other part in Eaton Township. And with that, through you, Mr. Chair, I will turn it over.
Welcome. Please state your name and
Mr.
address for the
Clark.
record.
John Clark, Attorney John Clark for Love Retail, 5 South Main Street in Oberlin. What your law director has indicated is correct. I would simply point out that this was approved by the commissioners on June 17th, so that the 60-day, it's 60 days from the date that the clerk receives the transcript. So I believe that it would be ripe for council's consideration at the next meeting in September. So the way your government works, there needs to be referral. That's my understanding, and that's the purpose of tonight's meeting. So I'm happy to answer any questions, but I think your law director's pretty much covered the procedural aspects.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. I'll open it up to members of the committee. Council members, Mrs. Sawerka?
Thank you. So this is in Third Ward, will be in the Third Ward. I've had numerous complaints about the condition of the property while it's in this limbo state, so to speak. I will just say that I am hopeful that the owners, new owners of the property, do not put in a commercial subdivision in there, and that there's some other use of the properties. Unless someone has a magic wand to fix the traffic over there, it's just going to be a nightmare. I realize we're not going to stop the annexation, but it's just not the right place for more commercial development. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Sawerka. Any further comments from the committee? All right, I'll read the committee report. We've considered the matter of approval of annexation of 9.7.
It's acceptance.
Oh, correct. All right, we've considered the matter of acceptance of the annexation of 9.70 acres of property located within the right-of-way of Chestnut Ridge Road, Carlisle Township, and Eaton Township, and legislation be drawn authorizing the mayor to accept the said annexation, which includes the following parcels: 1000005, 102010, 1000005, 102015, 110009100018. I'll entertain a motion from Community Development.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Oswald, seconded by Mrs.
Question.
Mitchell. Question's been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's no further business to come before Community Development. We will start the joint committee meeting, the joint Finance and Community Development meeting. Mr. Tollett is absent this evening, so Mrs. Davis will be, the co-chair will be the chair on this matter for this evening. We have 5 items on this evening's agenda. Oh, you got to call Finance.
Call finance together.
All right, we have 5 items on this evening's agenda. The first is the matter of approval of the meeting minutes from the Joint Community Development and Finance Committee meetings from August 11th, 2025, as circulated on August 29th, 2025. I'll entertain a motion from Community Development.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Oswald, seconded by Mrs. Mitchell.
Question.
Question's been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Finance,
So moved.
Second.
it's been moved,
Question?
it has been moved in second. Question,
All in favor?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Opposed, have the same rights.
All right, moving on to agenda item number 2 is the matter of an application for a multifamily funding program of the Ohio Housing Finance Agency for development of senior housing at Midway Boulevard and Leona Street, and this was referred by McGregor Landing CHN Housing Partners, and we do have proponents here this evening to speak on the topic. Welcome, please state your name. Yes, and Law Director Deary.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Chair.
moment.
Just a bit of housekeeping. We recently did this several weeks ago due to the regulations, the state requires that an applicant for this type of financing notify the local municipality, and what the committee is being asked to do this evening is indicate in the committee report whether it intends to object or not, and then that committee report would go to full council this coming Monday to either approve or or reject that committee report. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Law Director. Welcome. Please state your name and address for the record.
Thank you. Good evening. Mark Sepiel with CHN Housing Partners, speaking on behalf of the McGregor Landing Project. CHN is a 501c3 nonprofit corporation headquartered in Cleveland. Our mission is to leverage the power of affordable, stable housing to change lives and improve communities. We frequently partner with nonprofits, governmental entities, and financial institutions and other like-minded institutions seeking to improve housing stability and homeownership opportunity. And this project is in partnership with the McGregor Foundation. In that partnership, we submitted a tax credit financing proposal application on August 14th this year to the Ohio Housing Finance Agency for the development of McGregor Landing. McGregor Landing is a proposed affordable senior independent living development designed for residents aged 55 and older. It would be a new construction project that includes one approximately 96,000 square foot apartment building comprising 115 residential units. It would be located at the Midway Boulevard and Leona Street block, adjacent to the McGregor Pace Clinic, which just recently opened earlier this year and will provide all-inclusive care for elderly residents throughout Lorain County. All residential units at McGregor Landing will be reserved for seniors aged 55 and older, earning at or below 60% of the area median income, ensuring affordable, high-quality housing right next to a leading senior care facility, independent living with exceptional neighboring support. Property management by the McGregor Foundation will provide attentive service, connected support to the adjacent PACE facility, and it will create a connected walking path campus promoting wellness and community engagement. You may recognize this project as earlier this year in February, CHN submitted a very similar project application to the Ohio Housing Finance Agency in February, but unfortunately the project did not receive funding. So we adjusted our approach and pursued a different Ohio program in August, and the announcements under that program are now expected in mid-October. It's a lengthy and competitive process with the state, and we'll be sure to keep the city updated and notified of our progress, and happy to answer any questions you may have along the way.
Thank you, Mr. Sepiel. Mrs. Mitchell?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, through you. So we've been hearing about this project for some time, and we're actually very excited. And I noticed that the senior center is complete.
It is.
Is it ever going to open?
Mayor Brubaker would
defer
like to
to
speak.
the mayor.
Mayor Brubaker?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I knew that question was going to come up. Due to the federal DOGE things that took place earlier this year in some of the departments, my understanding from talking to the leaders last week, that it is sitting on a desk, at somebody's desk in Philadelphia, and I've reached out to Senator Husted's office, Senator Marino's office, and Congressman Lada's office, and did receive privacy release forms from Ms. Khan at McGregor to give to them. So they are working on that, but they're just waiting on a signature.
Thank you. Mrs. Davis, co-chair?
Oh, through you, Chair. So this project you're saying is going to be at Midway Boulevard and Leona. So the one is already sitting on the corner. Are you anticipating, because the other area there on that corner is stores and so forth, so you're going to move behind?
It would be behind. It's
Okay.
difficult to describe, but 55th Street is really
Right.
the named street.
Yes.
It's just easier to recognize when you recognize that block at Midway and Leona, but
Oh,
it's
you can say
actually
55th Street.
technically 55th Street that
Yeah.
directly behind the existing.
Well, you can say 55th
I
Street.
can
We
say
know where it's
adjacent.
at.
Okay, all right.
We know our streets.
Well, okay,
So,
I'm sorry. I
okay,
apologize.
thank you anyway.
Thank
Those-
you.
Sorry.
Oh, did you have something else? Thank you. Any further comments from either Mrs. Davis?
I'm sorry. I do want to say thank you. Welcome. Hope it
Thank you.
happens.
Thank
So,
you.
on 55th Street.
On 55th
You'll be
Street.
in my ward, so thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. If there's no further business, I'll read the committee report. We We've considered the matter of a 115-unit senior housing development located at the southwest corner of Midway Boulevard and Leona Street and utilizing the funding programs of the Ohio Housing Finance Agency, OFA. Legislation be drawn authorizing, or the All right. The committee does, or does, this is for community development, the committee does or does not object said project.
Please again.
The committee, can I have a motion to accept the said project from community development?
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Mitchell,
Second.
second by Mr. Oswald.
Question?
Question's been called, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
From Finance,
I move that we have no objection.
Second.
you can,
I'm on the committee.
okay, moved by Mrs. Sawarkin, second by Mr. Snyder. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Oh, yeah. One, right. All right, moving on to, thank you, moving on to agenda item number 3, which is the matter of an application for a multifamily funding program of the Ohio Housing Finance Agency for the development of a 122-unit affordable housing community on West River Road North, parcel number 0623-021-000-027, and this is referred by Black River Landing South Creek Development, LLC. Welcome. Please state your name and address for the record.
Thank you. Good evening, Chairman Schneider, Chairman Davis, members of the committees. My name is Taylor Cook. I'm with Hilltide Partners. We're at 1037 Chuck Dolly Boulevard, Suite F201 in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. As I mentioned, my name is Taylor Cook. I'm a development officer with Hilltide Partners. Hilltide Partners, the partners in the name is basically they work with developers who are out in the field, me being one of them, South Creek being another, and they provide the support and finances to help make affordable housing a reality in communities across the country. So while our company may be new to Elyria, we're deeply committed to creating high-quality affordable housing. We're the 20th largest affordable housing developer by starts in 2024. We've completed over 3,300 units across 34 properties. And our team is composed of seasoned affordable housing professionals, and our founders have a combined 36 years of tax credit experience in this work. So our proposed project, it's basically West River Road North and Griswold. You have the Career Prep Center there. It's the parcel just directly north of that. And we are proposing to develop what's called Black River Landing, which is a 122-unit new construction affordable housing community on that 6.8-acre vacant parcel. The project will consist of 12 one-bedroom units, 74 two-bedroom units, and 36 three-bedroom units. All 122 units will be reserved for households earning at or below 60% of the area median income, with projected rents of approximately $968 for a one-bedroom, $1,177 for a two-bedroom, and $1,422 for a three-bedroom unit. More importantly, this $40 million investment is not just a housing project. It's a direct and tangible implementation of the city's own strategic vision. The Our Elyria Comprehensive Plan explicitly calls for diversifying the city's housing stock to serve seniors and attract young professionals. Black River Landing would answer that call by providing modern multifamily rental homes. The missing middle housing your plan identifies as critical. It transforms a vacant, underutilized parcel into a vibrant community asset. And furthermore, the location is a strategic anchor for the Elyria Active Transit Plan. So as you heard previously, and you will probably hear after this, we have submitted an application to the Ohio Housing Finance Agency back in August for tax credits. That's what makes the financing a reality for projects like this. We expect to learn if we're successful in late October at the October board meeting. So at this point, this is very conceptual. If we don't receive funding from OFA, it delays or could eliminate our plan for bringing affordable housing to this specific parcel. So we're really hoping for having a good announcement in October and then after that, really begins the hard work. That's when we'll work towards getting a final set of architectural plans. We'll plan to be working with you on design, and then looking probably at a Q3 close and start of construction. So again, very conceptual at this point. Anytime you submit an application to OFA, no matter how good or bad it is, you have to submit this public notification requirement to any city that you're operating in. There's the city council, the mayor's office. It also goes to any nearby township. So for us, Elyria Township has also been notified. It's just part of the process, and if there's any objection, then the body would need to have a majority vote to oppose such a project.
Thank you. Mrs. Davis, and then Mr. Oswald.
Through you, Chair. So do you have some sort of plans that we could look at, or are they going to have a one-car garage, or they're going to be parking on a parking lot, or how's the design going to be? Do we have anything that we could see to?
Sure, we could share a very preliminary site plan. So for this type of application, you don't need to have a final set of architectural plans. Most developers don't engage, because we're talking several hundreds of thousands of dollars to get final architectural plans for a project where you don't even know if the funding is going to come through. So we make sure that we'll be able to fit the amount of units on the site, we'll be able to fit the amount of parking, given the parking requirements of the city. But beyond that, once we find out whether we're successful in October, we will be sprinting to a final set of architectural plans. And at that point, I can certainly share probably more of what you're looking for. But all I have at this point is just a preliminary site plan.
Thank you, Mr. Cook. Mr. Oswald, and then Mrs. Sawerka.
Through you, Mr. Chair. So, first off, that's a pretty piece of property over there. I believe that one does back up to the Metro Parks. Okay. That being said, I got a few comments from people calling on our last subdivision that they want to do across the street. Okay. What we're finding out is these 120 units is what everybody's going after, and they're going after tax incentives and grants and things like that. But the comments I'm getting is, we don't want no more Section 8 in Elyria. I'm like, this is not Section 8. This is affordable housing. This is for people at a certain price range, how much money they make to get in. We need this. And this is what's kick-starting Elyria. We're getting a lot of development out south with our homes. Now over by the mall, which I said, as soon as you get a couple of these go in, it's going to catapult things, because now you got 120, and 120, 360 people. Those people, even though maybe they're at a lower level, they still spend money. They go out to dinner, they shop. And when they figure out what's going on with the mall, it's going to boom. So Elyria is happening. Okay, let's be positive. And you're doing something good. I hope everything goes through. By chance, if the funding doesn't go through, like the last project where you said they tried another one, so they got some funding. So I hope you keep on going and make this thing happen. And thank you very much for looking at the city of Elyria.
Thank you, Mr. Oswald. Mrs. Sawerka.
Thank you, through the chair. So this, again, is a beautiful piece of property. It's probably heavily wooded. I'm guessing you'd have to clear a lot of that. Depending on the orientation of your roadway that's going to go back there, coming out onto West River, there'll be some traffic concerns, most likely. I think that the caveat for me in this is we need to look at this traffic pattern in through here, especially now that Ford Road is capped off at the end, and the other property development that's across the street. I realize that tonight you're just asking us to say thumbs up or thumbs down, and I'm fine with voting to do that, but I do think that there needs to be a lot of conversations about the placement, the orientation, when it's on this piece of property eventually.
Thank you, Mrs. Sawerka. I have one thing I would like to comment on, and I know this, you're here for the approval of the OFA process, but I do have one question for our city engineer, Mr. Schneider. With these larger scale properties going in over there with multifamily, 122, 120 units, and then what they've just proposed on the other side of 57, do we have proper infrastructure, or are we going to have to make infrastructure improvements for that area due to the size of this?
I believe we have proper infrastructure over there, yes.
Thank you. All right, Mrs. Mitchell?
Thank you, Chair, through you. I am so sorry. I think I'm confused, and perhaps the mayor or safety service director can answer. So Black River Landing, that is different from the project that we were just told about, TWG, but they're in the same area.
They're across the street from each other.
So gotcha. Okay.
One is east of West River, one is west of West River,
I'm
almost
sorry.
in the same identical location. I thought the same thing when I saw it come across.
So you're right, it does back up to the Metro Parks. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I was confused. Yeah, I got confused. Thank you.
Through you, Mr. Chair, this is actually, I would say, somewhat to the side behind the,
BW3.
yes, the strip mall area with BW3 and the old Ohio Edison, it was Black River, it was Life something, yes, yes.
Mrs. Mitchell?
Because, thank you, Chair, through you, because when you gave the prices of where the homes were gonna start at, I'm thinking, that's not what they told us last time they were here. So thank you. I'm welcome. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, thank you for your investment and your time. Any further comments from the committee?
Any other
All
questions?
right, I'll read the
Finance?
committee report. Yeah. We've considered the matter of 122-unit affordable housing community located on West River Road North and utilizing the funding programs of the Ohio Housing Finance Agency, OFA. And I'll entertain a motion for committee approval.
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Mitchell and seconded by Mr. Oswald.
Question.
Question's been called. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes community development.
From Finance,
So moved.
it's been moved by Mr. Sayers, second by Mrs. Walker.
Question?
Question has been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes.
Thank you. Moving on to agenda item number 4. The matter of an application for a multi-unit funding program of the Ohio Housing Finance Agency for the development of a 120-unit multifamily development located at 441 Griswold Road. Mayor Brubaker, this was referred by Griswold Grove TWG Development LLC, and Mayor Brubaker is going to speak on the topic.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So this is the one that was discussed a meeting or two ago, directly across the street from the one, and the reason the pricing is different is because this one is ranked to be at 70% median income versus the 60%. But the same process that Taylor just walked through will be the same process this one walks through.
Thank you, Mayor. Any questions or comments from either committee or council members? All right, I'll read the committee report. We've considered the matter of a 120-unit new construction multifamily development located in approximately 441 Griswold Road and utilizing the funding programs of the Ohio Housing Finance Agency, OFA. I'll entertain a approval from the Community Development Committee.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Oswald, second by Mrs. Mitchell. Question's been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed by Community Development.
Finance
So moved.
Second.
has been moved
Question.
by Mr. Sayers, second by Mr. Snyder. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you. Moving on to agenda item number 5, the matter of a transfer of property at the southeast corner of Lake Avenue and Dewey Avenue from the City of Elyria to the Elyria Community Improvement Corporation. This is referred by Administrative Counsel Mark Craig. Mayor Brubaker, would you like to speak on behalf of this?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a piece of property on the corner of Dewey and Lake. The homeowner next to it is interested in the property. It's a property that was a part of the NSP programs back in the day. They have offered, I believe, $1,500 for that corner lot. So by transferring it to the CIC, that'll allow us to make that transfer.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from either committee? Mrs. Davis?
So if I'm correct, that corner lot there, is that across the street where the building is that used to be for lawnmowers and so forth at that corner of Lake Avenue and?
I believe it's next to St. Agnes. There's St. Agnes, a house, and then the corner lot.
Correct.
Mayor?
It's,
Oh, it's a
through you,
corner.
Mr. Chairman, it's directly across the street from the tavern.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right there on Lake
Okay.
Avenue. I can't think of the name of it, but you
Yes.
two are aware of it.
All right,
Mayor Brubaker, so the house is owned by a private individual, not the church, so it goes
That is-
corner house?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, that is correct.
And that's who's looking to potentially purchase the property?
Correct.
Thank you. One question, is the $1,500, are we doing this, do you know, is this like an arm's length through a title company? So would that just basically cover the costs associated with, or are we doing it as a quick claim deed? I don't know if Director Pianowski would know more. Okay. Just curious.
It's $1,500 for CIC to buy it from us, right? Yes. So at this time, through you, what we're asking for approval is for $1,500 for CIC to buy it from the city. What the CIC does with it
Okay.
after that would be a separate transaction.
All right,
You know,
sounds
I'm not
good.
sure what they've negotiated.
Through your point of order, I don't believe that the CIC is purchasing this from the city. The referral just says they're asked that it's request for consideration, discussion of the matter of the transfer of the parcel from the city to the CIC.
So we're
There's no
claiming
money
it to the
being-
CIC? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
through
then the
through you,
CIC is
Mr.
selling it.
Chairman, it's the sale from the CIC to the property owner for the
Yeah,
$1,500.
got ahead of myself.
The property owner will pay any closing costs above that.
Thank you.
But through you, Mr. Chair, my understanding is that this is a vacant lot that the city's been sitting on, mowing, et cetera, et cetera. The next door neighbor wants to purchase it, take responsibility for it. It's very likely not a buildable lot, but even if it is, it would make sense to move it on. And I can tell you that sitting on the CIC, just as an aside, the CIC will find the most productive use for it, and it may very well be the neighbor.
Thank you, Law Director Deary. Any further questions from either committee or council members? All right, I'll read the committee report. We've considered the matter of a transfer of the following parcel, 0624065-101-001, southeast corner of Lake Avenue and Dewey Avenue, from the City of Elyria to the Elyria Community Improvement Corp., and a legislation be drawn authorizing the transfer of said parcel. I'll entertain a motion from Community Development.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Oswald, second by Mrs. Mitchell. Question's been called. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Community Development.
finance.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Snyder, second by
Question.
Mr. Sawark.
Question?
Question has been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, have the same right. Thank you.
There's no further business to come before Community Development. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the Community Development meeting. Moved by Mr. Oswald, second by Mrs. Mitchell. Question's been called. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned of Community Development.
Finance, give us 5 minutes to change seats. Enough of us here? Oh, yes, enough of us here.
So moved. Question? Aye.
Your mic on?
It just
Your mic
went
on.
on. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the matter of delinquent and final utility account approval by Utility Resolution Board to be certified to the Lorain County Auditor's Office. Superintendent, Mrs. Connors.
Good evening. Through you, Madam Chair, there is a list of 42 accounts for a total of $32,014.46 that Resolution Board approved to forward on for property tax liens.
Are there a question? Mr. Snyder?
Through you, Madam Chair. Just curious, on the 614 Princeton, it says sanitary only. Can you, what is that in regards to? Or sanitation only, sorry.
The prospect, through you, Madam Chair, it's stores. And the middle one just has sanitation, the waters with the one on the end.
I forgot there was a commercial section there, so
Yes.
thank you.
Any more questions? I will read the committee report. A resolution authorizing said delinquent account to be certified to the Lorain County Auditor's Office as per attached list. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
There's been moved and second. Mr. Sarah and Mrs. Walker second. Call, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item, the matter of the 2026 insurance coverage renewal for the city. Mayor Brubaker.
I'll take it, thank you.
Okay,
Through
thank
you. This was my referral, so I'm not sure how that happened, but that's all right. This is our annual renewal for property and liability insurance, covering our buildings, our vehicles, our driving on the road, all those types of things. Our broker, Gallagher, went out and sought quotes from a number of individuals, some of them providing the larger umbrella policy, some of them providing some of the specific policies like cyber liability, crime, some of those types of things. They received some bids or some quotes, and it resulted in a increase of $76,358 over last year's rates. Most of that is through the property and liability package. We did have a couple of settlements this past year, and we have a couple of pending claims. So that did impact our rates and also the interest in quoting our coverage. We've had Travelers for a couple of years, at least, in the time that I've been here, and we've received good customer service from them. So I don't, not just the pricing, but also the service it received, I don't see a need for a change. So it'd be my request that we continue on with them and move forward with this quote that was received through Gallagher's efforts. I want to point out that Gallagher has agreed without request to not increase their broker service fees in this particular contract, which is not their standard practice. They did that because of the increases elsewhere as I think, consideration to us for being a long-term client of theirs. But some of these things are also related to cyber and other changes in the market and the community and threats as they increase. Naturally, insurance to protect us from them increases as well. And I did circulate the entire packet that we received from Gallagher outlining who they received or requested quotes from, a breakdown of the coverage that would be provided, and any other details. If you'd like to ask any questions, I'd be happy to answer whatever you might have.
Discussion? Oh, does this need to be an emergency?
Yes, please. It has to be renewed before October 1st, so at the next meeting, full council, I'd ask for it to be considered and with an emergency clause.
Thank you. Discussion, questions? I will read the committee report. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an insurance contract for said insurance policy for the year of 2026. Emergency clause due to renewal deadline.
So moved.
It was moved by Mr. Snyder, second by Mrs. Walker.
Question.
Question's been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the matter of Elyria Fire Department property, which is unfit for use, to be taken out of service and to be disposed of. Chief? Oh, okay, Service Director.
I'll take care of that as well. I told the chief there's no need for him to be here for 5 minutes and waste his evening, so this is for extrication equipment. Jaws of Life might be more familiar, but cutters and spreaders that have a hydraulic nature. When we buy a new set, we're not allowed to sell them, so the disposal process is we have to take them to the scrap yard, and we just tell the company who bought them bought the new one from, hey, here's proof that we scrapped it, and that's kind of how they keep the old stuff out of the market. So that's what we're looking to do, is when we get the new equipment in, we'll take this to the scrap yard as part of our agreement with the company we're buying the new equipment from.
I'll read the committee report, sorry. A resolution declaring the said equipment is unfit for city use and an ordinance authorizing the said equipment to be disposed of by the best means possible in accordance with the law.
Second.
It has been moved by Mrs. Walker, second by Mr. Snyder. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Our next item on the agenda is the matter of Elyria Police Department property, which is unfit for use, to be taken out of service and to be disposed of. Safety Service Director?
Yes, thank you. Through you, this is, as you can see from the referral, a number of Chevy Tahoes that the police department has had for a number of years, going back to 2012. It looks like we bought a group of them at that time. They have, lived their life, and it's time to go ahead and put them on gov deals to try and recover what we can from them. I believe they have some rust issues and just some general wear and tear and mileage, and also they're not operated, they're generally not outfitted with the cameras and so forth that we use now in our vehicles. So to upgrade them is just not feasible to continue to use them in their intended capacity. So 13 years old, 14 years old, and it's just time to take them out of service and auction them off.
Mr. Snyder?
Through you, Madam Chair, to Safety Service Director Pianowski. Just curious, just for my own curiosity, are we phasing out of Tahoes completely? Are we just doing strictly Explorers? Just wondering.
Yes, through you. I think that decision's already been made.
Yeah.
By and large, these Tahoes were used sometimes by auxiliary, and other times when maybe an Explorer was in the shop and we needed something to fill in, but they were not primary vehicles any longer. We have converted everything over to the Explorers at this time.
Thank you, Director.
Mrs. Walker?
Thank you, through the chair. I believe that the Tahoes were part of a special purchase back in 2012 when there was state money and state purchasing, and they were on the state list. I do have one additional question. Are we ordering new vehicles? Have we ordered any new vehicles? And before you answer that question, I want to state that I think we should be marking the vehicles more prominently than we have them marked right now. I know there was a tendency for a while to just have, right now they just have some simple vinyl on them, and perhaps we could get that upped a little bit.
Through you, Chair, first, we are buying additional vehicles. Our fleet was doing really well, and I think we might have taken last year off to buy additional vehicles. We had some still in storage and DIY that were new that we hadn't put on the streets yet. So I think for budgetary reasons, we spent that money elsewhere. But I anticipate through conversations with the chief already that we'll have vehicle purchases in next year's budget. And actually, as to your other item about marking the cars differently, I had a meeting today with Chief Welsh and Captain Palmer, and that was a topic that we discussed. They are in discussions right now with some design. They didn't like what they got the first time, so they're going back and forth, but they're putting together some ideas to do that based on some prior conversations that you were part of as well. So that process is moving forward, and we intend to do that and change the look of the vehicles.
I will read the committee report. A resolution declaring the said vehicles are unfit for city use and an ordinance authorizing the said vehicles to be disposed of by the best means possible in accordance with the law. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
It's moved by Mr. Sarah, second by Mr. Snyder.
Question?
Question's been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The last item on the agenda is the matter of amending the 2025 Permanent Appropriation Ordinance. Financial Director Pileski.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We have 5 this evening. Excuse me, in the 2016 half% income tax fund, street repair department, adding $26,500 to operating and maintenance, and that is to cover the cost of the new payment management project. I believe that was the topic of the Zoom call you had a week or so ago, or conference?
The
Street management project.
Yeah, street management.
So so adding $26,500 for that. Excuse me. In the Muni Motor Vehicle Tax Fund, moving $65,760 from capital outlay into debt service, and that is to cover the initial state infrastructure bank loan payments for the Cleveland Street East Bridge project and the East Broad Street Improvement Project. So that's the first debt payment on those loans. And the last 3 are all in the general fund and the Human Resources Department. During the initial appropriation process, I believe I had reduced their request by around $45,000. So they've since convinced me that they need that money, so we're going to add $40,000 to the operating and maintenance, and that's for education and training, and I believe for the DEI program. And in the building department, also known as housing code enforcement, adding $25,000 to the demolition line item, and that is for, we have a number of demolitions that have come forward, and that is to cover the cost of those. And the final is in the general fund clerk of courts, adding $50,000, and that is for additional postage, mainly because of the increase in income tax cases that are being heard and increases in postage rates. And that does it.
Discussion, Mrs. Walker.
Thank you, through the chair. If the director could have, it would be nice to have the HR director come and give us a report on how they're going to spend $40,000 in the last 3 months of the year, or what that's allocated for. That's an awfully lot of money for 450 or 500 employees.
Would you, through you, given that the meeting is taking place now, would you be comfortable with her circulating an email to explain that at this point, or would you like her to come to the next Finance Committee meeting?
Through the chair, I think we all enjoy when the department heads come here.
Sure. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Through you, Madam Chair, so are we holding off on that one, or are we including it?
We're
No.
going to include it with just next time. We'd like for someone
Yeah, I
to show.
don't, through the chair, I don't mean to stop the process, but I think that an explanation in some detail would be helpful.
Thank you. I'll read the committee report. An ordinance authorizing to amend the said permanent appropriation as per the attached. We have just went over the attached, so
So move.
Second.
it was moved by Mrs. Walker, second by Mr. Sarah.
Question?
Question's been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. At this time, I would entertain a motion for dismissal.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and second.
Question?
Question's been called. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so opposed? No one want to stay. Thank you.
I don't know, it's yours.